Hey guys, welcome back to the JK Way.
Hey guys!
It's been a long time.
It's been a while. If y'all feel like y'all ain't seen us in a while, it's because you haven't. But I ain't gonna say this for a good or a bad reason, but we will be sharing with y'all like why we took a break. So we'll have that video or videos for you soon.
Coming soon to a theater near you.
Period. No. But so there was a good reason why we took a break, and we will share that reason in near future videos. But for today's video, we're going to be talking about like being married or
just being somebody that's an entrepreneur and somebody that's a 9-to-5er on different schedules.
Yeah, like so you and your person, you and your partner may both be 9-to-5ers, may both be entrepreneurs, or maybe one or the other. And so for us, we are one or the other. Yeah. And that kind of comes with some different kind of things.
Like what? What's different?
Dang, you just gonna put me on the spot. I was gonna work into it. Dang. But I'll say getting married, I think definitely brought it back like to the forefront. Like it brought some differences to the forefront, because prior to getting married, I've been self-employed for, I want to say 6 years now, almost 7 years. And so with that was just my own schedule all the time, when I wanted, when I work when I want to, don't work when I don't want to, all of this stuff. And I didn't realize how challenging or different it would be marrying somebody who's considered like a 9-to-5. So I think there are a lot of differences when you're running your own business versus when you work for a company. And I would say one of those differences is timing, like time management. I would say time management. That's probably one of the first things that comes to mind, because for me, I create my own schedule and everything is set to a time. Like I wouldn't say it's equivalent to like having meetings at work or whatever, but with me, it's literally, I have to calculate my time, and it has to be very precise in order to make sure I can schedule how many clients I need in a day. I can get to each client. You know, each client is allotted a certain time. Time is very, very important, like for what I do. And outside of that, actually, let's just start with that. So for me, it's timing. It's different from you, because I feel like when you're done with work, if you have a scheduled meeting or whatever may have you, like you do that and it's done. With me, one, I'm working with kids. Two, I have a mobile business. So it's like, for him, it's a no-brainer. It's like, okay, I know on Tuesday I have a meeting from 2 to 3. Boom. For me, it's like, all right, on Tuesday, I know I have 3 clients. 2 of those clients might be dramatic, extra clients that, you know I'm gonna have to allocate a little bit more time. Either I need to get there right on time so there's no time to spare, or I allocate some time on the back end so I can get to the next client on time. Like there's so much that goes into, excuse me, I'm getting over a cold, y'all, so yeah, don't do that.
I know cold.
Whatever. But there is there's so much that I have to consider in the timing aspect. Whereas with you, would you say whatever y'all set time aside for, is that typically what it is?
I mean, something like that. Like just for anybody new to the channel, I do IT work for State Farm. She has her own business, Pretty Itty Bitties, where she braids all of the girls' hairs across America. So we have scheduled meetings, yeah, but anybody that works in IT, you kind of know, like, you're almost like your own, like, you're like a contractor in a sense. Even though you may work for a large corporation, you're still, they still relying on you to be responsible and do your work. Like, we have set in stone meetings, but we still like make our schedule. Like, and we have deadlines and things like that. So as far as like scheduling goes and time management, it's, it just looks different. Like, there's still like, we still account for pretty much, like Tuesdays and Thursdays, I do have a stand-up meeting every Tuesday, Thursday at 10:30. That's going to happen. Now, anything else on the calendar that pops up, it's a gift and a curse, because like, she ultimately controls her schedule. I control everything in between the schedule, if that makes sense. So if I have like a meeting at like 9 and then I have a meeting at 10:30, so I got an hour and a half to work on whatever, and it depends on the meeting, if I need to pay attention or not, or I can continue working through that. So you still kind of have entrepreneur-esque, make your own schedule type of things, but at the end of the day, I usually get off between like 4 and 5. At the end of the day, if I don't want to respond to something, it waits till tomorrow. Like, I'm not, once the day is over, the day is over. I'm not going back. And
let's stick a pin right there, because I think we're talking about how the differences in the job descriptions or titles or positions, whatever, how that's different, but how that affects positively or negatively in the relationship. So that was a key point, because what he said was, if I choose to do it, I can. If not, I can get to it when I want to, and that's that. With me, I'm like, I can't do that. There's a schedule. There are families waiting for me. They have situated their schedule to fit into my schedule. Like, there's so many moving parts that if I don't respond to an email, if I don't show up, if I, you know what I'm saying? If I'm on the lax end, there will be a failing business. With him, not so much. It's like, as long as they get it done within whatever deadline, whatever that looks like, then that's when it gets done. But even with that, I think sometimes that spills into our relationship, because I'm the person that's like, this needs to be done. If we said we're gonna do it at this time, like, it goes all back to time management, because like I said, for the last 6 years, time has been very, very crucial in my business and the success of my business. Like, a lot of people always like tell me how fast I am when I'm doing hair, and the parents are like, oh my gosh, you're so quick, this, that. The kids are like, your fingers move so fast. Like, timing is everything with what I do. I work with kids. Kids are only gonna give you so much of their time. You gotta move fast. So backtrack to what he said, like, you know, he can do it whenever he wants to, if you feel like it, not that. I think sometimes in our relationship, it's that kind of same approach. And for me, it's the same approach I have with the business. Like, all right, we said on Sunday, we'll just say Sunday, we said it's gonna be a cleaning day. So when I wake up Sunday morning, okay, we're gonna eat breakfast, whatever. And in my mind isn't on go. It's like, we said Sunday was a cleaning day. We both agreed. Sunday, we eat, we get up, do, you know what I'm saying? Now let's clean. For him, his process is similar to him at the job, in the degree of, we'll get to it when we get to it. We said Sunday was gonna be the day, but we didn't say Sunday in the morning. We didn't say Sunday night. We just said Sunday. So as long as I'm meeting the deadline, which is what he does at work, as long as I'm meeting the deadline, there should be no problem.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, no, back to the time management, because in my mind, I'm like, I don't want to be cleaning up all day Sunday, or I don't want to be up late cleaning up on Sunday. So if I get up, eat breakfast, clean up, I'll have the rest of my Sunday. His process is a little bit different, and I think it's because of time management. Because for him, or
I mean, there's some truth to that. Like, prior to my State Farm job, I was in college, and then prior to that, I was in the Marine Corps. So I was on a very strict schedule for a long time until State Farm, and I made it my obligation to do something with having a lot of flexibility, because that's the kind of life I wanted to live. Like, this kind of doesn't have to necessarily do with, I guess, entrepreneur versus working for a corporation or enterprise, 9-to-5er. It's more so fits into my personality to be more fluid with, like, whatever happens that day. If we're gonna do it, we're gonna do it. And I'm also a night person. She's not a night person. So if we say we're gonna clean up on Sunday, she would prefer to get it done Sunday morning or whatever. I honestly, just because I don't have to listen to, not that I don't listen to my wife, don't take this out of context, but it's not that I don't have to be up at 4:30. I don't have to do anything early. I'm not obligated to do anything. It's all on my time.
which I don't ever ask you to get. I don't ever be like, wake up at 8 o'clock.
I know that. I know you don't. You're not saying you don't say do that, like be up at 8:30 and do this. You don't say that. But if I have a whole free day to do stuff, I just let it. If it ain't nothing for real planned, like if we don't have to be somewhere at a certain time, or if we're going to hop on a plane, or if we're or whatever, that's something that requires a finite specific time, I honestly don't care.
And but I will say, if he was a full-time entrepreneur, I don't know if he would have that same mindset.
It would depend, because it depends on your business. Like if I were, I don't even know. If I was an entrepreneur, a full-time entrepreneur, because technically I'm a entrepreneur.
No, well, you're flexible.
Well, no, I'm not talking about State Farm. Just with like.
I'm talking about just full-time, where your money is strictly dependent on your business. That's what I'm talking about.
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how it would be as a 100% full-time entrepreneur. Now, what I would say, if I were to go that route, like say for example, I did decide to open my own IT thing or whatever, eventually I would want to get to a point to where I do the same thing I do now, which is just make my own schedule. I mean, I think I would end up going full circle back to that, or I would do something like if you were a full-time, because we've looked into like Airbnb and Turo and stuff like that, these passive income things, which aren't really passive because you still got to put in the infrastructure. It would kind of be the same thing. There would be these pinpoints of time where, like, we'll just say Turo. If I wanted to go full-time Turo, there'll be days where I have to drop off the car or put the car at certain times. But in between that, it's my choice, just kind of like how it is now with State Farm. It's like it's in between times where something has to happen right there. It's my choice. And like I said, I'm a night person too as well. Like if it's midnight and I decide I want to do something, I can, and I'll knock it out. I'll stay up all night and do something and wake up next morning and I'll be all right.
Yeah.
So I would predicate the lifestyle I want to live. I would pick the field of something, which is what I did. I just didn't become an entrepreneur. Like pick what I want to fit how I want to live.
Which essentially I did the same thing. It's just my work requires you to build it up, which most businesses require you to build up. You have to put in the time. You have to put in all of this to eventually live the life you want to live and not have to physically work every day. Which
it just depends on. I think with this topic, the fact that I would say jobs are total opposites is kind of interesting to compare, like entrepreneur versus 9-to-5er, or hairstylist versus IT guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, because your nature of work, regardless of how you look at that, whether you work in a salon or work for yourself or private hire or whatever, is heavily dependent on other people's schedule. So you have to be strict on your schedule, or like you said, whether you're a 9-to-5 entrepreneur or not, that's going to be detrimental to your pockets. Because if you don't show up on time, you don't, have your supplies ready, it's kind of not one and the same. I would say, like, as far as entrepreneur stuff goes, there is more overtime work. Because you want to keep your business afloat, you want to make sure those things happen. But I feel like because of your nature of work, because you worked in a salon, I'm sure you had people text you like outside of hours.
No, because when I worked at the salon took care of the schedule, and I just showed up. So it was different from me scheduling everybody. You know what I'm saying? I just when I worked at the salon,
like told you.
Yeah, like a work schedule. Yeah, like they'll come. You work from this hour, these hours, this to this, and that was that. So the difference with me is, like I said, I have to consider I got to consider my schedule. I got to consider their schedule, their location, all of this other stuff. But so I think time management has a different look for him and myself. And I know mine is geared towards, because of my career. Excuse me. But another thing I would say is, so time management for sure. And then, like, my level of tired. Listen, sometimes, like, there are pros and cons to being a 9-to-5 or an entrepreneur. Like, you know what I'm saying? There is not one greater than the other. The world needs both to go around.
Right, because every business started with an entrepreneur.
Yeah, and so it's like, sometimes I wish I was a 9-to-5er. And I say that because when work is done, when you clock out of work for the day, that is it. You're not thinking about nothing else until the next day you gotta clock in or go to work. There is no, you don't have to think about how much money State Farm bringing in. You ain't gotta think about somebody else's schedule. You just gotta know tomorrow I gotta click back on at 9 o'clock and that's it. But for me, when I leave a client's house, I'm coming home, I'm already thinking about, all right, do I have the beads I need for the next client tomorrow? Okay, what is the next client getting? Is the next client a cool, like, chill client, or is it gonna be a busy day where I'm doing a lot of twisting and turning, this and that? Oh, on top of that, okay, somebody else is booking an appointment while I'm thinking about the next client, and I'm trying to figure out, okay, what's the best time to put them here? This, that, and the third. Like, it's like when I leave my client's house for the day, I come home and now I'm thinking about
a lot of unpaid work.
Yeah, which eventually becomes paid, but it's just, it's my mind is always going. I'm like, all right, I got these products. How am I gonna get these products going? Okay, I need to post. I need to this. I need to that. And sometimes when I come home, I am just mentally exhausted. Like, if it was a busy day with busy clients, I'm like, whoo, like, that took a lot. It takes a lot out of me. Like, I love my job. I love inspiring little brown girls, and I love being a help to families. I enjoy being in the mix. I'm in their household. So, like, my clients become like family after a while. But when I say it can be exhausting, it's a lot. And then when I come home, sometimes he's just in the jolliest of moods, and he's just like, he want to be playing too much, and I'm like, bruh, I just need, give me like 30, like, or like he would have found some new information about something and he want to share with me, but the capacity that I have to, like, zone in to what he got going on, I'm like at like a 5%. And excuse me, I think most times he understands, but sometimes I think he like, dang, like, Yeah, I think like based on your response, sometimes I'll be like, babe, like I need some time, and you be like, okay. Like sometimes it's like an okay, but
I think most of the time it's an okay.
Sometimes I might not verbalize that I'm done or I need a minute or and I feel like you might start talking and I might not say it because I'm like, dang, I don't want to tell him that I'm not interested, so I'll try to be interested, but then you'll sense from me that I'm not really, and then you be like, well, okay, I'm gonna go upstairs and play the game and I'll give you some time or something, you know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, I guess when we first started living together, now
yeah, now he kind of know, but I would feel bad because I'm like, I am not trying to shut you out, but bro, my mind has so much going on. In his mind, he probably like, well, you home now, your work day is done. But I'm like, my work day, as soon as I come in the house sometimes from being gone all day, I come right upstairs, start prepping my beads and stuff for tomorrow. Like, it's like my work does not stop. Sometimes first thing when I wake up in the morning, and he used to tell me like give yourself some time or no, when I would be going to bed, trying to book appointments, like a client put in a request, you'll be like, I need to choose a certain time to stop responding to stuff.
Yeah.
Because like literally sometimes first thing I wake up in the morning, like somebody done booked an appointment or requested an appointment overnight. So now I'm like, I wake up, look at my phone, trying to set appointments, and he might be trying to say something, and I'm like, hold on, like a client just booked an appointment. Like it's just nonstop. It's nonstop, and I think sometimes. I think now he understands me when I'm like, bro, I need some time, but he don't really
I think I always understood.
Well, like I said, at the beginning, it was just weird because you would just be talking. I'm like, in my mind, I'd be like, do he not know I've been gone all day? Do he not know? But so now I
Because here's the catch. Oh, it's focused on my finger. Y'all see my finger? But here's the catch. If I don't say nothing, I'm in trouble. Like when you come home from work?
No, I told, he's saying no, y'all. No. I told him when I'm gone all day, like I was taught growing up, like when somebody get home, you acknowledge them, right? This man would be up here playing a game or doing whatever. I didn't been on all day. And I come in the house, you think he should come down and say something?
But then she go straight to the bathroom. So then I come down, I wait by a bathroom door. Hey, everything okay in there?
It's called being aware. You have to be aware. I'm not gonna tell you, all right, when I come in the house, 7 minutes after I come in, come say hi. Like you have to be in tune with what's going on.
I'm in tune.
And if you text me throughout the day,
text you don't respond. What you mean?
Sometimes I do. But if you checking on me throughout the day, you'll know what kind of day I'm having. So when I come home,
nope, I'm stopping you.
You ain't
because no. No, I do text you throughout the day.
You do.
And then it'll take 10 years to get a response.
But you don't be texting me about nothing that need no response. When you text me.
For what? You're not going to respond.
When you text me something that needs to be responded to, I'll respond.
Sometimes.
When it needs to be responded to.
If it's super important. Like
if it's just like, if you texting me about something that ain't got nothing to do with what I'm doing or something, like if you text me a random something about, we'll just say stocks, I'm not gonna respond. But you be doing that.
Nah, not for real.
You be texting me some random stuff, and in my mind I'm like, babe, yes you do. You text me random stuff when I'm working.
I don't, because I text you.
And then I'll be like, I'm working, and you'll be like, oh, I just text that so I can have it down in writing or something like that. You said that plenty of times.
No, that's like probably twice. That don't happen often. We can go back through the messages.
You be texting me stuff that don't have nothing to do with in the moment, and so I don't respond because I'm either dealing with a hollering child, a moving child, or I'm racing against time trying to get to my next client. So if he's not texting me something that's serious in that moment, I'm not gonna respond because I have so many other things going on in that very moment. Now, when it is something serious, I do respond. Don't I?
Sometimes. But on the flip end of that, you'd be expecting me to respond, which ain't fair.
So I expect him to respond because he works from home, y'all, and throughout the day, he be posting all on Instagram. He be trolling people on Facebook.
First of all, I don't even post on my Instagram that much. What you talking about?
Stories. You do post in your stories.
Not all throughout the day. What you talking about? Where the facts at? I don't be doing that.
Yes, you do.
My last post on Instagram was in April.
I said your stories.
What I be posting in my stories?
Everything.
No, I do. Not in my I do not be posting a bunch of stuff in my story throughout the day. I do not. Go look at it.
Oh, this is the one. Or he be sharing reels. That's the one. You share reels all day throughout the day. Do you not?
I'll send some reels to you.
So all that to say.
So okay.
I don't mind. No.
Everybody in IT.
I don't mind you.
Don't try. No, because you're trying to make it seem like I'm sending a bunch of stuff to you when I'm really not. Do I send you some?
I get a real like every day.
Yeah, because I work in IT. If it ain't broke, there's nothing to do. That's plain and simple across IT.
That's the point I'm making. I don't mind that you send me reels at all. The point I'm making is you said I'd be expecting you to respond, and you just made the point. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So you ain't got nothing to do with it. That's why I be expecting a response.
When I don't respond, matter of fact, prime example today. When you came in the house and the heat press wasn't on, you was like, bruh, you asked me could I turn the heat press on, but I was actually doing something.
And you never communicated that.
Well, I was working. Just like you work, and sometimes you don't respond either.
Furthermore, y'all, the heat press is 10 steps away.
It is. So I had a meeting at 1:30 with my manager. I came back from the gym. I had to take a poop. I didn't look at my phone. I took a poop, and then I went straight to my computer.
So when you was pooping, you was not on your phone?
I didn't see the heat press message.
But your phone was right in your hand.
I didn't see the heat press message.
But you texted me after I sent the message.
I don't even think I texted you.
You did. We had
I texted you about
conversation.
No, we didn't. I texted you about the heat press when I was on the call, the second call after that. I didn't say anything about the heat press.
No, you didn't, but we kept on your phone was in your hand that whole time.
I didn't see the heat press message.
Okay, well then say that, but
I did.
No, because I'm like, you text. All these texts came. 127. You text me at 128. I'll text you at 129. At 129, you text me back. At 1:30, I text you. 2:09.
I was using the bathroom.
No, I know, but I'm just saying. I'm not saying that he could not. First off, I'm not saying that he be ignoring my texts. That's not what I'm saying. He made the point that I expect him to text back, and I was just telling y'all why, because his phone was in his hand. He was texting me, and he came up the stairs past the heat press, and then even more, it was 10 seconds from the heat press. But he said it's because he didn't see it. I will say, anytime in the past, I'd be like, can you turn the heat press on? He turns it on. But in my mind today, I'm like, I needed to get this order out because I was out of town and I knew I needed to get it out and mail today.
Asked me, could I turn it on, and I wasn't able to.
But now you're saying you wasn't able to, but now before you were saying you didn't see it.
Yeah, okay, Carissa, I went back and read the text message. It was after you were already here using the heat press.
Oh, okay, so we're gonna say he didn't see it, but what I'm saying is,
Kay. Her name is Kay, not Carissa.
You so child. But what I'm saying is, it's hard for me not to expect him to answer when I text him, knowing his phone sits in his hand or right next to him throughout the day while he's working. Knowing he sends reels all day. Like, that's why. And I'm not saying you just be real. What I'm saying is, that phone is in your hand or right in front of you 95% of the day.
Yes.
That's factual, right?
Yeah.
So that is why I expect him to respond when he's sitting at home with the phone in his hand or right in front of his face 95% of the day.
But if I'm doing something, never mind.
No, because if you're doing something, I'm like, just say. Like.
But you got it.
No.
I don't even know what I'm trying to say. Because, like, if you... I guess this is the difference between the 9-to-5er and the entrepreneur. Because, like, it's been plenty of times, like, reaching out to her, it's been difficult.
And like I said, in that moment, I literally be having kids screaming. Do you think I'm trying to reach over? I'm trying to get you up at this chair because I've been here for an hour and a half and you screamed the whole hour and a half.
Right, but if does that...
So it's like...
Does that negate if I understand, like, but does that negate, like, if I'm doing something, I don't get a pass?
It's different because my phone is not sitting in my hand 95. It ain't even sitting
if I'm focused and I'm working on a problem and it takes me 2 hours to do and I don't respond to a text.
Because in those 2 hours, I can guarantee you have answered a phone call or you have texted one of your homeboys in those 2 hours. So that's the difference. In the 2 hours when I'm with a client, I ain't respond to nobody. You ain't gonna see I was on Facebook 2 hours ago. You ain't gonna see I was on Instagram 2 hours ago. You ain't gonna see somebody call me within those 2 hours and I answer. You're not gonna see any of that. But in the 2 hours that you could have been helping somebody, I can guarantee you there was an Instagram login, a Facebook login, somebody called you, somebody texted you, and there was a response. That's all. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm just proving the point.
All right.
Is that true?
Yeah.
No, seriously.
That's true.
You ain't gotta be no but if it's true.
I'm not
it's
being.
true.
I said that is true. Accept the answer.
Oh man.
What?
Nothing, y'all. I feel like he trying to be in his feelings, but this ain't even
I'm not. No,
topic.
I said my answer. I said that is true.
But it was
that's the answer.
A drop on the shoulder, like
it don't matter. I gave you the answer. That is true. It ain't how you wanted to feel the answer, but I said that is true. And we cutting it off at that. It's true.
Anyways, y'all. Any other differences? Maybe going on trips or like taking vacation. See, with me,
it's really just that's paid versus unpaid.
Yes. Yes.
Cause it's still like she can just be like, yeah, I'll go and manipulate her schedule. I can kind of do that. Like it really just depends on what the workload looks like. When was the last time I actually took time off? How much time off do I actually have? But just the ultimate thing for her is like, at least as of right now, like if she don't work, she doesn't make as much.
And that'd be a problem sometimes. But I will say I have been learning to work and play. Like it was a point in my career that I took like no days off. And if I went on vacation, it was literally like a Saturday, Sunday, and I'm back or something like that. Cause I was like, gotta get to the money. But now I'm at a place where it's like, one, being married and having like financial like help. Everything don't fall on me like it used to. Now it kind of gave me a little room, like a little cushion to where it's like, okay, if we're going on vacation, okay, I know that if I take this many days off, I'll still be good because everything's still gonna be covered, and that's because we do things together now. So I will say that is a difference with the traveling thing or going on vacation.
Sometimes I just feel like you undermine my job.
Why you be feeling like that?
I just do.
Why you be feeling like that?
Because I be at home all day and I could do a lot of things.
And he does a lot of things that he wants to do.
Right.
I don't undermine it. I just be like, make it make sense over like across the board.
Like what makes sense?
Like I don't undermine it. He might think I undermine it.
Wait, no, make what make sense?
Like, okay, you work from home, right?
Okay.
You do all the things that you want to do with your work from home schedule. If that means going to the gym, if that means going to play basketball, if that means going to get a haircut, going to the chiropractor, going to the grocery store, whatever you, and he does all those things, by the way, whatever you want to do, you're going to do it within that work schedule. But if I like ask for a specific thing, you be trying to make it sound like it's so hard to do that thing.
No, I do not.
Or it babe, it be some stuff.
I need. We talk to the people. Tell me what is happening with that. Cause
why do you feel like I undermine? Because you feel like that. So what about something I say or do that make you feel like that?
I don't know. It's just a feeling.
Well, how am I supposed to say something if you talking about you don't know? It's just a feeling.
It's just a feeling. Like it's like this. Like, oh, he home all day, so you know he got plenty of time to do whatever.
That's true though. That's not undermining your job. That is the truth. That statement you just said is the truth.
Okay, so but now you made me lose my train of thought.
No, you say you feel like I undermine your job. How?
Oh no, you were saying like when you want me to do something, I make it seem like it's this. Hard.
No, and not that it just doesn't.
No,
get
you said
done.
you said make it make sense, and I'm actually make what makes sense. Like, what are you trying to make sense?
Like, like
give real
the trash.
What you mean?
You saying give real stuff? So
Oh
now
my God, you talking about just taking the trash out during the day? Well, I'm gonna take it out at the end of the day anyway. What they gotta do with my work schedule?
Cause in my mind, like, you've been home all day. Why is the trash piled up by the trash can?
But the trash gonna get taken out.
That goes back to the time management thing at the beginning.
Whatever. The trash gonna be
as long as it
taken
gets
out.
taken out. And
The
I'm
trash
like,
gonna get to what I'm gonna take it out in the middle of the day for?
because it's stacked up and it's.
But I'm gonna have to take all of it out at night anyway.
Why? Why would you have to take it out
Why
at
make
night?
multiple trips to the trash?
No,
if
why would you have to take it out at night if you took it out in?
Because there's gonna be more trash.
Not a full. It ain't gonna be just no full load of trash between.
Okay, so still, why take it out then if it's not even gonna be that much trash? Why not just wait till afterwards?
No, what I'm saying is if the trash is full and you're home and you get some breaks in between and you go outside to get fresh air 30 times a day, which is fine.
I don't want to take trash.
Why not? That's what I'm saying. Make it make sense.
It makes sense to you, but if I don't want to take out the trash in between the meeting, I ain't taking out the trash because the trash get taken out afterwards. Like, what's the point?
But that's what I mean by make it make sense.
How does that make sense across the board? Because I don't want to take out trash.
The trash is full. You go outside multiple times a day.
And this don't even happen often. It does not. It doesn't.
Okay.
It does not. I want to hear why me working to this IT stuff, having my whatever schedule don't make sense.
I did not say it does not make sense.
You just said make it make sense, which essentially said it don't make sense.
Oh my